Bienvenidos y bienvenidas a un nuevo vídeo del canal. Estamos aquí en el prólogo, un encuentro fortuito. Y vamos un poquito a ir viendo cómo continúa nuestra aventura en Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. Lo que digo, volvemos a repetir el inicio por tercera vez de esta aventura. Y toca hablar un poquito de lo que vamos a ver en esta tercera ruta, en la ruta de Edelgard y las Águilas Negras. Como podéis ver, aquí nos cuentan de nuevo cómo se encuentra el continente con el conflicto. Y bueno, aquí explica el Imperio de Adestria, el Sacro Reino de Faergus y la alianza de Leicester en el lateral.
Nestled between them is Garrigmach Monastery, seat of the Church of Saros, the land's widely practiced faith, and a power that helps to maintain peace across the continent. Not far from the monastery, at the northern edge of the empire, is a small village called Remire, and west of this place stretches a forest where a lone mercenary awaits.
Y ahí está, nuestro amigo Shez aguardando en un bosque solitario después de casi perder la vida enfrentándose a Byleth, el Azote Sombrío, y han pasado 6 meses.
How many times must we do this? Get up already.
Huh? That's weird. I could have sworn I heard someone calling me. It's still dark out though.
Hello, yes, I was calling you. Many times, I might add.
Come on, I told you not to sneak up on me like that.
As if I have a choice. Do you know how many times you would have died by now if not for me? I'll tell you. 22. The 3 times you leapt off a cliff to quote-unquote get tougher saved you. Those 5 mad attempts to dispatch a horde of monsters by yourself saved you. And tonight, despite my repeated warnings, you took the wrong path and ended up having to sleep on a bed of leaves in the middle of the woods.
No está mal. Vamos a defendernos. Me mola esta vida.
Though I admit, I might have taken a wrong turn.
Finally, some humility. That's almost reassuring. I was starting to think you were incapable of self-reflection. At any rate, we all make a few mistakes along the way. And by we, I mean you. And by a few, I mean far, far more than average. Now then, with that out of the way, would you like to know why I've roused you from your mud-caked slumber?
Sorpréndeme, Arbal.
Actually, it's probably easier to show rather than tell at this point. Look over there.
Stop plowing ahead, Claude. You're going to get us lost.
Lost schmost. We've got it on Imperial authority that this is the way to the village.
True, I said there was a village, but how could anyone know where it is in the thick of these mountains? I can't even say for certain where we are in all this gloom.
Okay, new plan. I'll rely on my keen senses to navigate. Lucky for you, they're sharp as an arrow.
Hold, both of you. Someone's here. Another bandit, perhaps?
They're mistaking you for some common backwater thief. What cheek.
Hold on there. I'm no bandit. I'm a mercenary.
Well, that makes everything better.
A bandit would be far less out of place in these woods than a sellsword. What brings you here?
We've no time for an interrogation. Our pursuers are closing in.
I don't know who you people are or what you want, but I think introductions can wait. You clearly need every blade you can find, and my pockets have been feeling awfully light lately. What do you say?
Pues nada, vamos allá. Lo que digo, empezamos el juegazo en el anterior vídeo. Estoy intentando estos vídeos, probablemente los tengáis el mismo día por el tema de que es algo que ya hemos visto siempre. Así que vamos allá. El plan es por lo menos esta semana empezar hasta el momento en el que ya estemos con el ejército de Edelgard, ¿vale? Así que avanzaremos muy rápido al principio, pero lo que digo, luego iré tomándomelo con mucha calma para... En esta ruta, aparte de hacerlo de siempre, de cumplir todos los objetivos, pues aprovechar para ir entrenando entre acto y acto también a Shez y preparar todos los personajes para el mejor gameplay posible. Vamos allá contra costas. Vale, ahí está, derrota al ladrón y a sus aliados para asegurar la ruta de escape. Vale. ¡Vamos! Nivel 69 ya, gente, aquí ya está Shez cargadito. Este ya no es un tutorial. Y aquí estamos rotitos. Vamos a por el ladrón. Vale. Aquí está Edelgard. ¡Uah! Vale. Ladrón fuera. Vamos allá. Vale, este está fuera ya. Ya puedes jugar con Dimitri, bien. Fuera estos también. Y seguimos avanzando.
Just who are these people anyway? All three of them have crests.
Is it Claude time? I think it's Claude time.
Vale, ya podemos aquí jugar con Claude, ¿no? Vale, todo listo.
No problem, I got it. I'm a master of strategy, but I'm not really used to being on the front lines.
Vale.
Hey, got lucky there. Well, lucky for me, I guess. Not so much for you.
Bandits have a firm hold on the central road.
Qué guapo se ve la armadura de Asura,
To move through the forest and take down the strongholds as we go.
Try and keep an eye on who we're fighting, and make sure we've got the right person leading the charge at the right time.
Vale. Ok, hay que ordenar que tome la fortaleza, ¿no? Vale, vamos allá.
Here I go. No mistakes.
Hecho bien, ¿no? Ah, vale. Este está aquí. Claro, el otro es el que hay que ir con... Ahí está. Vale. Ahora con Shez nosotros vamos a por la base de arriba. Vamos allá. Hay que tomar la fortaleza, ya sabéis cómo va esto. Venimos aquí, acabamos rapidito con los enemigos. Y por fin Shez va a conocer a estos 3 delegados de Garrett Match, cada uno perteneciente a una de las 3 casas, que darán por inicio esta increíble aventura que es Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. El buen Wati, vale, ahí está. Edelgard le está costando un poquito más, pero mientras nosotros vamos a por los capitanes de la base. Pues ya tenemos. ¡Vamos!
Enough of this strategy nonsense! Get out there and tear them all to pieces!
Okay, how many thugs does this guy have working for him anyway?
Vamos por este ladrón. ¡Oh! Y aquí aparece Alois. Alois Rengel, caballero de Seiros.
The Knights of Cerros are here, and we'll cut you down for terrorizing our students.
Vale.
Battle is practically won if the knights have arrived.
The Knights of Cerros! Not now! If I don't kill at least one of them, Brett, I'm finished.
Venga, ven a por mí, Costas.
Watch out. They're gonna make a last-ditch
Tú
effort
contra
to
mí, un
rush
solo
up to
golpe, ¿eh? ¡Adiós! Ya está. Lo hemos reventado, literal. Pues, gente, ¿qué queréis que os diga? Empieza la buena aventura.
Never should have taken this job.
Is it over?
I won't let.
Vale, ahí están las recompensas. Y bueno, eso que nos sacamos. Bueno, pues se suma el dinerito al que hemos guardado al final, así que todo va bien. Y ahora pues vamos a ver un poquito, ¿no?
You're seriously the Imperial Princess, the Crown Prince, and the heir to the Alliance?
Sí, es ella.
Yes. And as the three of us are now in your debt, I think formal introductions are in order.
Vale.
My name is Edelgard von Hresfeld, Princess of the Adrestian Empire.
Casi nada, ¿eh?
I am Dimitri Alexandra Blaford, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
And I'm Claude von Regan, grandson of the leader of the Leicester Alliance.
Things looked grim there for a moment. Thanks to you, we put those bandits to flight.
Bit of a miracle we ran into you out there, but hey, I'll take it.
Ya miraré. Ya miraré. Vale, vamos a, en este caso, es una difícil decisión. Vamos a restarle importancia. No sabía que elegir, ¿eh?
No need for false humility. We'd likely have perished if not for your help.
Well, aren't they an unlikely trio? I wonder why those bandits were after them. Still, it's no concern of ours. We have our own plans to attend to. Now, collect your pay and be off before they get a wild idea and ask you to join them.
Say, while I have you here, do you know where I can find Remire Village? I took a wrong turn somewhere along the way. I'm looking for a band of hardened mercenaries who follow a man named Jeralt. I hear rumors that's where they're camped.
Actually, Remire might just be the village we've been looking for too. That ring a bell, Edelgard? I don't remember hearing anything about mercs, but...
The name sounds correct.
Geralt's too smart to get smoked out by a bunch of rumors, but they're all I've got at the moment.
In any case, we won't find our own 2 feet in all this dark. We should return to camp and get our bearings before...
Hello there, house leaders. Hello, brave mercenary. We've mopped up what's left of those rascals, so what say we return to camp? And I insist you accompany us, good mercenary.
Who, me?
You heard the man. We'll wait out the night together and make for the village in the morning. It's a great plan, especially if you want to get paid, as we're a tiny bit short on pocket change at the moment.
Yes. And those mercenaries you're looking for? Geralt's band, was it? They may be in Remire Village tonight, but there's no telling when they'll move on. If you come back to our camp, we have maps that may help you get one step ahead of them.
This is clearly the wisest course of action. Not to mention that I would enjoy conversing with you further. But of course, the choice is yours.
Vamos a ir con ellos.
Why can't things ever be simple?
All right, no, but just for the night.
Perfect. Then might I borrow you for a moment after we reach camp? There's a matter we must speak about. Nothing alarming, I promise you.
Right then, so off we go? But, if I may, did I hear you mention a Jeralt earlier?
Yes, do you know him? He heads up a pretty elite band of mercenaries, so I imagine his name is spread all over Fodlan by now.
Mercenaries, is it? No. No, it can't be him. Can it? Well, I'll just have to meet this Jeralt myself. After I've seen my duties through, of course. After all, if I don't finish my assigned tasks, I'm mission the point. Get it? Missing? Mission? Come now, this is good stuff.
Vale, vale. Ja, 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 ja. XD, XD.
That's our Alois. Come on, let's get moving before he really gets going.
Pobre Alois, de verdad. Es que me lo tienen frito con sus chistes malos. Pero bueno, aquí está el campamento inicial. Ya sabéis, vamos a hablar un poquito con todos para conocer más, ¿no?, de estas gentiles gentes que, bueno, están aquí dispuestas a darlo todo. Ya sabéis que aquí podéis conocer, ¿eh? Vale, tenemos que hablar con Alois. ¡Hey! ¿Cómo va? Vale, aquí nos explica de que... Asumo que conoces la Academia de Oficiales del Monasterio de Garreg Mach, ¿verdad? Vale, son los líderes de las 3 casas de la Academia. Vale. Vale, estaban aquí actividades, ¿no? Bueno, pues ahora voy a conocerlos, no te preocupes. Ya lo sabéis, hay que hablar con los 3 líderes, pero también podemos conocer a otros usuarios de cada una de las casas, por ejemplo. De momento voy a hablar con Dimitri. Vale. Gracias.
By the way, how about this?
Aquí están los de la casa de León Azul. Pero nosotros ya sabéis que tenemos otro interés, que en este caso es esta gente de aquí, la casa de Edelgard. De primeras vamos a hablar con Claude, vamos a dejar a Edelgard para el final, ahí está. Vale, nos agradece por lo que hemos hecho y dice que la iglesia quiere pagarnos, ¿no? Bueno, lo comprendo, no te preocupes.
Speaking of, how's that?
No, no te preocupes. Ya sabéis cómo va todo esto. Aquí, de todos modos, vamos a hablar con... Aquí están los profesores, en este caso Manuela y Hahnemann. Sí, ese soy yo.
What?
Pobrecita. Aquí está Hahnemann. ¿Qué es un emblema? Vaya. Pues ya experimentarás conmigo en el monasterio, no te preocupes. Ahora sí que sí, vamos a hablar con Edelgard. Nos agradece la ayuda en la última batalla. Dice que le gustaría hablar de nuestro futuro. Quiere contratarnos para que trabajemos para el Imperio, poca broma. Bueno. ¿Por qué me quieres contratar? Vamos a preguntarle. Vale, nos va a hablar de las águilas negras, de Edelgard. Ojo, nivel 1. Vale. Hubert, otro que no hemos tocado hasta ahora.
His family is unusual in that they're noble but lack territory of their own. Hubert is deeply loyal to me, and you can trust him completely. In fact, I imagine he's quite grateful for what you've already.
Vale.
That's
Dorothea.
She's an up-and-coming songstress in a famous imperial opera company. Or for some reason, she abandoned her musical career and enrolled in the Officers' Academy.
Se supone que estos tendrían que tener más nivel, pero aquí salen como nivel 1, ¿no?
One conversation will explain him far better than I can. He's the heir to an influential house, which drives him to excel.
Vale. Bernadetta.
Classmates usually stays holed up in the dormitory instead of coming on these assignments. If you bump into her, don't be surprised if she screams and runs away. That's sort of her thing.
Típico de ella. Caspar.
Caspar is the second-born son of a great and noble house. But as he's not the heir, You might say he joined the academy to make his own way. War and fighting are his sole pursuits. So I bet the two of
Me llevaré muy bien con él. Está claro. Y por último, Petra y Lynn.
Isn't from the Empire. She's the granddaughter of the King of Brigid, which is an archipelago situated off our western coast. You'll find her a quick study, a gifted fighter, and endlessly curious.
Y Linhardt.
Surely you know someone like Linhardt. He's as bright.
Inteligente y vago.
That's simply how he is, though. I can't force him to apply himself, but he'll come around, most likely.
Vale. Pobre Lynn. Vale, pues con este ya hemos visto un poquito todos los de la casa, así que nada. Tenemos que decirnos a ver que nos vamos, pero vamos a hablar un poquito con el resto. Nos presentamos. Hola, soy Shez. Por el mundo. Vale, vamos ahora a hablar, por ejemplo, con Ferdinand. Hola. El vástago de la familia Egir. Creo que he ido a hablar de vosotros. Sois unos peces gordos de imperio, ¿no? Honorífico. Bien. Vamos a ver aquí estos. Pobrecito. Hola. Soy un viajero que se vio envuelto en el combate con esos bandidos. Y punto. Bueno, pues nada, ya hemos hablado aquí con estos. A ver, en principio por aquí me falta... A ver, esto es un... Bueno, pues nada. Nos agradecen la ayuda. Vamos a hablar con... Aquí ya son todos de las otras casas, ¿no? Vamos a hablar con Alois. A ver qué pasa. ¡Ey! Me quiero ir, bro. Sí.
My sincere apologies for asking this of you. I know you're heading for Remire Village in order to... Well, perhaps you might consider changing your mind and accompanying us to Garrigmach Monastery instead.
And why would I do that, exactly?
Because you've done us a great service and we don't have the means in camp to properly reward you. At the monastery, however, we can repay your kindness in full. Also, between you and me, this evening's turn of events was quite the embarrassment for the church. We allowed students of the Officers' Academy out of our sight, and house leaders of great political consequence at that. And then they crossed swords with bandits. If word got out, well, let's just say it would sit poorly with everyone. So you see why we must ensure you're well compensated. Also, there may be some papers for you to sign. Perhaps in blood.
This sounds more like hush money than a reward.
Yes, that's exactly what I told the fool knight who suggested it. Me, I'd just as soon send you on your way, but...
Vaya, sí que somos prisioneros.
...to escort you back. Anyway, the whole thing will be much easier if you simply agree to come along. Just...
I think that was a threat. And here I thought he was a big softy. Well, what do you think? Garrigmach is in the opposite direction of where we need to be. But this man seems rather set on having us accompany them.
Vamos a ir por voluntad propia.
Helping out a little more. I'll come with you to the monastery, but I'm not staying a single minute longer than I have to.
Bless you, my friend. What a noble soul. I'd say you saved my bacon, but that would be utterly hammy.
Alois, has anyone ever told you that you're...
Don't. Some truths are simply too painful to bear. While I'm no expert, I fear the poor man's heart couldn't handle the shock.
Told me what?
Told you how dashing you are in that armor. Not just any man could pull off that look.
Ah, you like it? Wonderful. I admit I've received no small share of positive comments on it.
Bueno,
There's a grand story behind every last ding and dent. Enough to keep me talking for a week. Wait,
Dios.
We heard you'll be joining us at Garrigmach. Perhaps somewhat unwillingly, I might add. I know this wasn't in your plans, but if it lets us get to know each other better, perhaps it will prove worth it in the end.
Unwilling or not, we've got a long road ahead, so let's try to keep the mood light.
I hesitate to ask this considering you're only here because of us, but...
Well,
Are you sure about this decision? The last thing we want is to delay you from your own business. The knights may seem unwilling to bend, but it's not as if you have no say in the matter.
Vamos a mantenernos firmes. La verdad es que esto solo me parece otra posibilidad de mejorar.
You are more gracious than I. But as I see you've made peace with it,
Yes, that's quite enough chatter. Let's save our energy for the road.
Pues para el
Listen,
monasterio.
I know this one's on me. I'm the one who roped you into coming back to camp after all. But I'll find a way to make it up to you, I promise.
Thanks.
Gracias.
I know you will.
Hey, hurry up back there or we'll leave you behind.
You know you've had a busy day when you rub shoulders with the heirs to the Empire, the Kingdom, and the Alliance. I think they're a fascinating group of people myself.
Vamos a pensar en Edelgard.
Seems like Edelgard thinks high enough of me. She's got this elegant air about her, but somehow doesn't hold any disdain for mercenaries. It feels like Dimitri's always checking in on me, every chance he gets. Claude's a laid-back kind of guy who doesn't really strike me as noble, and I mean that in a good way.
Of course, you only pick up on their rosy qualities. Still, you'd better pick up the pace before you vex these people any further.
Vamos allá. Pues con esto hemos terminado el capítulo 1 del juego, ¿vale? Así que nada más que decir. Espero que os haya gustado el vídeo, que os lo hayáis pasado en grande. Y como ya sabéis, el plan es, pues por lo menos estos días, esta semanita, traer el capítulo 1 en este caso y empezar ya un poco cuando elegimos en este caso el bando de Edelgard, ir avanzando ahí, ¿vale? Después ya iré trayendo más o menos un capitulito a la semana. Ya sabéis que normalmente los capítulos se basan en varias batallas, quitándolos del inicio y algunos del final. Así que poco más que decir, la verdad que con muchas ganas de coger esta nueva ruta y que la disfrutéis conmigo de aquí hasta el final para dar por concluida mi aventura aquí en este Three Hopes en un Warriors, que la verdad que me ha gustado muchísimo. Como siempre, espero que os estén gustando los vídeos, que lo estéis pasando en grande y cualquier cosa, cualquier pregunta me lo dejáis en comentarios y os contestaré en la máxima brevedad posible. Pero bueno, pasadlo bien y nos vemos en la próxima. Adiós.